Hello, we are
Maximo
Park, 2/5 of. Don't forget that we're coming up soon in terms of our interview, so please don't miss that, don't miss it at all.
So you've announced that you're doing this huge show in Newcastle, so obviously is it all open air, the new venue that's being done? It's the second day.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be having that massive show in your hometown?
Well, it's great. I mean, we got a chance to choose the lineup as well. So Lush are playing, and Fear of Men, and quite a few other bands as well. So you can sort of check the lineup. So it was just exciting to be able to put that together as a group, and it's one of those moments you think, oh yeah, it's right in the, it's a really good little spot in the city, Times Square. And I think it's just going to be a really good day, and pretty excited.
Yeah, height of summer. We've never played in the city centre before, and I mean it's probably due to all sorts of sound laws and things like that. But we've played on the Quayside before at the Evolution Festival, but again that was more of a kind of people are there. We've headlined it, but it's still people are there for all sorts of different things. But to headline your own show with such a great bill, it's quite an honour, really.
So yeah, going to be in the place that you grew up and place you've always lived, so getting to play in that square must be quite a moment, and getting to curate your own stage sounds like quite a thing as well. So you released Too Much Information in 2014. I know at the end of last year you mentioned you had about 6 songs ready for a new album. What's happening with that now?
We've got 4 extra.
Yeah, we're getting close now. Yeah, it's we've actually literally just finished the next group of demos a couple of days ago, so pretty excited now. Yeah, we're just looking at where we're going to do it and if we do it with somebody or not, and so it's we're hoping to get in the studio soon. It's feeling pretty fresh, everything, so it's an interesting time for us at the moment.
So with the way everything is with going digitally, do you ever feel the pressure to just release it out there so you've got something coming out in between, or do you rather save it and have it for the actual album?
Well, I think we're quite old-fashioned now in terms of what we believe about albums, and we like to think of each record as a document of its time and a body of work that it reflects the time that you wrote it. It reflects the things you were interested in musically and lyrically, visually as well with the album cover, and the kind of snapshots in time that have a weight because they are a sort of body of work rather than just releasing one song at a time. I mean, I totally understand the other way of doing it as well, and when you record a song, sometimes you just want to get it out, and you know that you could these days very, very quickly. And a lot of the songs that we've written for the next album have a political side to them, and they have a relevancy to what's going on now, and you sometimes worry, well, will it have the kind of resonance by the time it comes out? But one of the things that we've always tried to do is to create something that's quite personal and has a lot of little details in it, but also has a kind of universal aspect to it. And so that's kind of one of the key things that we've been trying to do when writing the songs, is to not have them too prescient to what's going on, but also to still be about something that you care about right now. And that's always been the kind of case. And so I can totally see the two streams of thought, but I still believe in like getting an album and feeling the kind of weight of this 30 or 40 minutes, or some people do the double album, and we've never done that. We're not that brave perhaps, but the idea of listening to something and putting it, even another old-fashioned idea, putting it on a side of tape that's 45 minutes long, it's kind of perfect for walking to wherever you're going and listening to it at home. So we still believe in that kind of thing.
So with regards to each album being a document of that time, what was it like for you then to play A Certain Trigger in full for your 10th anniversary? Was that strange, or was it like a walk down memory lane sort of thing?
A mixture of both, really. I think initially we weren't going to do anything. We just thought, no, we're just going to get on with the next record. And then a lot of people were saying, they'd love to see it, people were celebrating, even our fans were going, do you know it's going to be 10 years next year? And we're like, oh, yeah. And we thought, okay, well, look, why don't we do something special, particularly for the people that have followed us for the whole time, but also we could mix it up with we did 2 sets. We did the sort of Certain Trigger set, and then we did a mixture of all the other songs as well, and then it was just great, really. The reaction was amazing. I don't think we expected quite as much love, as it were, from people, and people just really enjoying themselves, and you realise how much those, not only Certain Trigger, but the other songs mean to people. So it just reaffirms the group and kind of what we stand for, I guess, and that we've always done our own thing, and people can relate to the songs that we write, the lyrics and the music and everything. So yeah, it ended up just being alright, just to kind of, oh okay, it feels pretty good. Because there are times when you don't always know. You're floating about at sea, you know, when you're in a band. A lot of the time you can't always see what people, whether it's something that it still means something. So for that sort of, to reaffirm that was good, and it's given us more confidence as well going forward.
There's quite a lot of solo work that you all do as well. With your album, with Contradictions, you had quite a few collaborations. Is there anyone else that you would love to work with if you had the chance that you haven't yet?
Yeah, loads. It's one of the sort of benefits of being able to do your own thing is to sort of ask people and say, "Hi, Wendy from Prefab Sprout. I like your voice. Would you like to sing on this record?" And she says yes, and then you're having a very good time at that point. You know, but there's quite a few people from the area that I know who I'd like to work with in terms of, like, I enjoy that harmony, the sort of male and female harmony thing, which we don't have in our band. As high as Lucas wants to sing, it's just not the same. But you know, there's people like Rachel Unthank from the Unthanks, who I love her voice. Catherine Williams, another singer that I really like, and because they're close by, that seems perhaps more realistic, but they don't know that yet, so perhaps I should keep my mouth shut.
Send them a message after this.
Yeah.
We'll see. And one thing we've been asking all the acts this weekend is any festival survival tips. So
Well, I mean, this weather, you know, we're in Scotland, so you have to have result. It's great to have your friends around you. If you ever go to a festival, if you're with your best friends. I mean, I remember going to Reading in, must have been like 94, 95, and I was with my two best friends, and you know, we got absolutely sunburnt to a crisp, then we got soaked, and then we got, you know, the whole thing, and it's just the memory of the whole thing and the time you have that carries you through. So I think if you're with friends, that's the key thing, I think, you know, and just you'll get through it all, as you always do, you know. It's obviously take some extra bits of food and drink and everything like that, you know, the basics, but just stick together and just really take it in, because festivals are great things to go to and to experience, you know.